Okay, welcome to Lesson 2, Surface Area of Prisms and Cylinders. So what we're going to talk about today is the surface area. And surface area is everything on the outside of our solids. So you would consider surface area if you were painting something. Like if you were going to paint the outside of a house, or you're painting the outside of a box. That would be surface area. So for a prism, surface area is equal to 2 times the area of the base plus the perimeter of the base times the height. Or we write it as surface area equals 2b plus pH, where big B is base area, P is base perimeter, and H is height. So surface area, and then we're going to talk about volume later, they're basically just machines. We're going to look at the information that we're given and we're going to plug it in to see what it gives us. So here I have a prism. I have a rectangular prism. And what I need to first establish is what's my base. Now, you can choose any face to be your base. It does not matter which face you choose, you will get the same answer. And I'll show you that in a second. So the first base I'm going to choose is this one in the front, because generally that's the one that stands out the most. So it looks like that base has a length and width of 3 and 4. So surface area equals 2 times 3 times 4. I'm going to rewrite that smaller so I have more room. Plus the perimeter, and the perimeter looks like it's 14 times the height, and the height is 5. And the height is what goes from base to base, that 5 here, because we have a top base and a bottom base. Do some simplifying. We get 94, and that is feet squared. Remember, this is an area, so we have square feet. Okay. So now I'm going to erase this and try this with another base. I have to redraw my picture a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to say that this side and this side are my base. So it looks like it has a length of 5 and a width of 3. So this is 5 by 3. So we're going to do 2 times the area of the base, which would be 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus the perimeter, which would be 16, times the height, which is 4. And we get 30 plus 64, which also gives us 94 feet squared. So you see, it does not matter which base you pick for a prism. If it's a rectangular prism, you will get the same thing. Okay. So we have 2 more examples here of prisms. We have a triangular prism and another rectangular prism. And actually that rectangular prism is a cube. Draw number 2 here. Now, for number 1, just so you know, you don't have a choice on the base here. The base, it's a triangular prism, so you have to pick the triangle. So I want you to pause the video and work through these 2 examples with your group, and then restart it and I'll work through the examples. Alright, so this triangular prism. So my surface area is going to be 2 times the area of my base, and it looks like it's got a 6 by 5 divided by 2 plus the perimeter, and since they're equilateral triangles, it's 18 times 10, which is the height. So we do some simplifying. We get 30 plus 180, which is 210 meters squared. Now onto our cube. It's going to be 2 times 49 plus 28 times 7. And we plug this in the calculator and we get 294 centimeters squared. And that is prisms. Now to do surface area of a cylinder. Now it's the same basic formula. It's 2 times the area of the base plus circumference times height. Now for prisms, we said perimeter. Well, when we look at a cylinder, the base of a cylinder is a circle. And we don't call all the way around a circle the perimeter, we call it circumference. So it's the same formula, same idea. So in this example, we have a cylinder with a radius of 2 on the base, and it looks like it has a height of 5 meters. So it's going to be surface area equals 2 times 4 pi, because it's pi r squared, and 2 squared is 4, plus the perimeter, which is going to be 2 pi r, which is 4 pi, times the height, which is 5. So we're going to have to round here, and I'd like us to round to the nearest hundredth place. So when you plug this in the calculator, round it to the nearest hundredths. Okay, plug in the calculator, and it looks like we get 87.96 meters squared. Here are our final 2 examples. I want you to pause the video, and in your group I'd like for you to work through these, restart the video to see how you did. Okay, number 1, cylinder. We know the diameter is 8 inches, which means that my radius is going to be 4 inches. So my surface area is going to be 2 times my pi r squared, which would be 16 pi, plus the perimeter, which would be 8 pi, times 9. Okay, we punch this in the calculator, and I get 326.73, and it's inches squared. And again, because we are rounding, I will give you some leeway on the rounding error. You know, if you're within a couple hundredths of it, that's fine. Just make sure you're not a couple tenths away or more. Okay, example 2. It's 2 times 25 pi plus 10 pi times 11. Punch this in the calculator, and I get 502.65 feet squared. And that is surface area of prisms and cylinders.